Well, here's an update. I had posted a video asking help from the universe. In a way, the universe did respond. And perfectly in the way that it needed to. My theory is you have to ask the universe what it is you need. And you can't be tied to how it's going to show up. And just because I put it out in the universe, and right now my world is dealing with YouTube, doesn't mean the help I get is going to be from YouTube. And as it turns out, first of all, I'm so proud. I'm a proud mama. There's a lot of challenges within my family dynamics that my children have definitely gone through hell, and a lot of that hell is definitely played out. But they've had a lifetime of, watching their mother solve problems, so they kind of know how to solve problems. Not that they're really good at it. They kind of have to know when they have a problem, own up to the problems that they have. They have to see that they're responsible for their own problems, and in doing so, they need to be responsible for their own solutions. As a mom, you kind of want to take over, especially when they are walking your same path. When you see that, hey, I walked down that store and I got hurt, and they're walking down that same street and, oh, they got hurt too. When you start seeing the same patterns, and that's just an example, but when you see the same words, same identical words used, the same belief systems, the same reactions, it's the same freaking game. It's like I'm living my identical life, except for the curtains are changed. And it's like hindsight is 20/20. If I've gone through what I've gone through, and I know the logic I used to get out of what I was doing, and then after it happened, it's like, okay, you do some research, you find some information, and you find out, hey, I could have done a better job at that. You kind of want to pass that on to your kids. But your kids, they know it all. And you've taught them to know it all because you taught them to be smart. Like the goal isn't to, raise kids to be smart and then expect stupid to show up. I raised my kids to be smart, and it's sort of like my job to watch them be smart and, learn. So if you're learning, you're going to experience a challenge. So anyways, to update what's going on with my daughter, who has left her boyfriend, who is the same identical as my ex-husband. Is basically she's, moved in with a guy that's identical to her father, just like I moved in with a guy that was identical to my father, just like my mother moved in with a guy that was identical to her father, just like, my ex's mother married a guy that's identical to all of them. Anyways, it's not like this guy is a bad guy. I really like this boyfriend that she has. He's kind heart, loving person, really was the best thing that ever did happen to my daughter in one aspect. And I really wouldn't have a problem if she moved back in with the guy. Thing is that he did need to take some responsibility for the challenges that he's facing in his life. He's got some family patterns that he's repeating as well. And, it's a challenge to overcome that. And when and if he chooses to, then everything is like perfect. And it's not like, I got to praise my daughter when she says, hey, you know what, I deserve to be treated better. And, I'm just, I think it's best that we sort of split apart to see, how important this is, and can we really do it, because I really mean what I say, that I'm not going to put up with this. She's got a really good job, and she's made sure she's got a nice little network happening for her to support her. She's got a nice apartment, apparently, that had all furnished, so she didn't have to worry about that. And her bank account is higher, so she's doing really well. She's doing much better. She just needed to hear from Mom and her sister, and I'm kind of at the point where, yeah, I wait for them to phone me if they need me, because of the mom, and you see the challenges they're dealing with. The mom tends to open the mouth and give advice, and the kids are in their stubborn, no, I know it all, and it's just more offensive if I even offer any advice. So it's kind of like I tread them. It's like I know they're on their own path, and I don't know when it's a good idea to phone them and when they're ready, and I kind of leave it up to them. This time it's been at least a month and a half since I've heard from her. Thanksgiving went by, I still didn't hear from her, and just me and my daughter got a really, really bad sensation that we need to call this girl. And we're trying to enforce in her that she needs to start phoning family. She needs to start, connecting with people instead of waiting for people to come to her all the time. And she admits that. She knows that. And she can see that if she would have phoned home a lot sooner, then she would have had family support a lot earlier. But it is what it is. We're all good. Everybody's loving. She's going to try and make arrangements to come and visit, or else my daughter will come and visit her. I'd love to go and visit her, but when and if that's meant to be, then the universe will show up that answer. So, in actual fact, when, a mother says, hey, I need help from the universe, what am I asking for? I'm asking for my daughter to be okay. Whatever it takes, be okay. We may wrap our brains around that, oh, money's going to be the thing that solves the problem. No. She's okay. And she's okay without money. All she needed was love. A loving voice over a phone, and she was fine. It was my imagination that says, got to pull her out, got to do this, got to do that. She'll be, she's a master at her own game, and I am so damn proud of her. And yes, she may run around and attract another challenge, but then so will I. And until we sort of understand this game that we're playing, and we change our social experiences, life will be a lot different. It'll be a lot easier. So all is good. Thank you very much for, the kind words that were said. We're good to go. Peace out.